What if I told you the Detroit Pistons just walked into Boston, stared down one of the most complete teams in the NBA, and walked out with yet another clutch win? And Cade Cunningham didn't just look good doing it, he looked like a legitimate MVP candidate.
Because this wasn't just a win. This wasn't just another night on the schedule. This was a message sent directly to the rest of the league. What's going on, basketball fans? Tonight wasn't about luck, hot shooting, or a fluke performance. This was about execution, confidence, and a young superstar taking control of a game on one of the toughest floors in basketball. The Pistons didn't simply survive against the Celtics, they dictated terms when it mattered most. And at the heart of everything was Cade Cunningham, once again proving that the moment is never too big for him. Boston came into this game exactly where you'd expect them to be. Elite record, elite defense, championship expectations, and home court confidence. This is a team that prides itself on physicality, switching, and forcing opponents into uncomfortable situations late in games. They don't beat themselves. You have to take wins from them. Detroit did exactly that. From the opening tip, you could feel something different about Cade's approach. He wasn't rushing shots, he wasn't forcing drives into traffic, he wasn't trying to announce himself with flashy plays. Instead, he played with calm authority, reading the floor, feeling out matchups, and controlling the pace like a veteran point forward who's been here before. Boston threw everything at him early. They tried size, they tried speed, they switched defenders to keep him guessing. They sent help from different angles. Cade never panicked. He adjusted in real time, finding soft spots in the defense, making quick reads, and punishing every mistake the Celtics made. And that vision only becomes more dangerous late in games when defenses tighten up and mistakes become costly. As the game settled in, it became clear that Detroit wasn't intimidated by the environment. Every time Boston made a run, Cade answered. Sometimes it was with a bucket. Sometimes it was with a pass that broke the defense. Sometimes it was simply slowing the game down and getting the Pistons into the exact set they wanted. And then came crunch time. The Celtics did what elite teams do. They turned up the pressure, they increased physicality, they tried to force quick decisions and rushed shots. That's usually where young teams fold. Detroit did it. Cade didn't. Instead of speeding up, Cade slowed everything down. He took control of the tempo, walking the ball up, surveying the floor, and making Boston defend for the full shot clock. Every possession felt intentional. Every movement had purpose. This is where Cade separates himself from most young stars. When the game gets tight, he doesn't hunt highlights, he hunts advantages. He understands time, score, spacing, and matchups. He knows when to attack and when to let the defense reveal itself. One possession, he calmly dribbles into a mid-range pull-up and knocks it down like it's practice. The next, he draws two defenders and threads a pass to an open teammate for an easy bucket. Then he attacks the rim, absorbs contact, and finishes through traffic. No wasted movements. No panic. Just control. This wasn't a takeover fueled by volume shooting. This was a takeover fueled by intelligence and confidence. Cade didn't need to dominate the ball every second to dominate the game. His presence alone bent the defense. And the Celtics knew it. You could see it in how they reacted late. Extra attention, late switches, hesitation, that split second of uncertainty that elite players create. Cade forced Boston to make difficult choices, and every difficult choice opened the door for Detroit. What made this performance even more impressive was the way the Pistons rallied around him. This wasn't a one-man show. This was a team fully bought into its leader. Every screen was set with purpose. Every cut was sharp. Every defensive stop felt connected to Cade's calm energy. That's leadership. It's not about yelling. It's not about chest pounding. It's about presence. Cade's presence gave Detroit belief, and belief is dangerous in the NBA. And let's be honest, this is no longer surprising.
This is becoming a pattern. Game after game, Cade is delivering in late game situations against quality opponents. This isn't stat padding against struggling teams. This isn't empty production in losses. These are winning plays in meaningful moments. Road games, tough defenses, playoff caliber atmospheres. Cade keeps showing up. That's why the MVP conversation matters here. Not because of hype, but because of impact. Most people look at MVP discussions and immediately jump to points per game or highlight reels. But MVPs shape games. They change how opponents play. They elevate teammates. They make winning easier. Cade Cunningham is doing all of that. When he's on the floor, Detroit's offense has structure. There's spacing. There's rhythm. The ball moves with purpose. Defenders can't overcommit because Cade will punish them with a pass. They can't sag off because he'll knock down the shot. They can't switch carelessly because he'll exploit mismatches. And when the Pistons absolutely need a basket late, there's no confusion. The ball finds Cade every time. That trust doesn't happen overnight. It's earned, and Cade has earned it through consistency, preparation, and composure. We're watching a player transition from promise to production in real time. From he could be special to he already is. That shift is subtle, but once it happens, it's impossible to ignore. The league is starting to notice. Opposing defenses are starting to game plan around him. Broadcasts are spending more time on his decision-making. Analysts are quietly adjusting their expectations. And likes like this against teams like Boston accelerate that process. Because wins like this don't just boost standings, they change perception. Detroit isn't supposed to walk into Boston and control the final minutes. Cade isn't supposed to outmaneuver one of the best defensive teams in basketball with poise and patience. But here we are. This is what growth looks like. And it's not just Cade scoring or assisting. It's the way he communicates on defense, the way he points teammates into position, the way he takes responsibility after missed shots, the way he responds immediately after mistakes. Those are MVP traits. Cade Cunningham is no longer asking for respect. He's demanding it with his play. And the scary part, he's still getting better. You can see it in how he reads double teams faster, how he manipulates defenders with his eyes, how he conserves energy early so he can dominate late. These are learned skills, refined over time, and Cade is absorbing them at an elite pace. Boston tried to impose their will late. Cade imposed his. That's the story of this game. Not the score, not the box score, the control. So when people ask whether Cade belongs in the MVP conversation, the answer is becoming clearer by the night. MVP isn't just about being the best player on the best team. It's about being the most valuable presence on the floor. Right now, Cade Cunningham is invaluable to everything Detroit does. Another clutch win, another elite performance, another reminder that something special is happening with the Pistons.
And if this trajectory continues, if Cade keeps closing games like this, leading like this, and winning like this, the conversation won't be optional anymore.
It will be unavoidable. So now the real question isn't whether Cade Cunningham deserves MVP consideration. It's how long the league can afford to keep overlooking him. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Is Cade officially in the MVP race? And if Detroit keeps building momentum like this, how dangerous can they really become? I'll see you in the next one.